What's up guys, your boy Drifter here, back to the again with another video, and today your boy Drifter is doing something different. I'm gonna review a movie. Yes, I know you guys know your boy D always review his diecast cars, but kapamilya today po, I'm gonna try something new and review a movie. I just wanna try it for fun. I just really enjoy the movie and just wanna share it with you guys. And if you guys enjoy these kind of videos, maybe I'll review Baby Driver in the future and other car related movies. And for those who are passing by my channel, please take this video with a light grain of salt. I'm not a movie critic. I don't know how to use chim words like character development and all those stuff. I'm just gonna share my honest opinions about the movie and share the things I liked and disliked about the movie. Ford v Ferrari. And yeah, let's get started. Yo, that movie was hella sick, alright? So I know, yes, it's cars. Of course I enjoy the movie because of the cars and the racing sequences, and might I add, it's really enjoyable to watch it in the movie theater because of the surround sound. Like if the car is behind, the sounds are coming from behind, and then when it overtakes you, like whoa, that's really cool. So just a bonus point, if you can watch it in the movie theater, you should. It's a really interesting experience. The car sounds, especially, the movie captured it well. The racing sequences were nice. There's not particularly much racing sequences in the early part of the movie, especially. They just want to focus on the character development of what I call it, Christian Bale and Matt Damon. I'll touch up on that later. But yeah, although there wasn't much racing sequences, the movie does keep you engaged throughout the movie keeps you engaged the whole time. I mean, it got me engaged the whole time. Yeah, the racing sequences, as much as they were mostly exciting, there were some parts where the CGI was kind of wonky. Like you can clearly tell that the car was fake at some points of time, and the car crashes looked really bad. Like that's not like cars, they have weight, right? Heavy cars have heavy weight, so they'll roll like dugudum dugudum. But in the movie, like how can I say, for example, this is a car, like it just has a certain motion to it, right? Like when a car brakes, you're like, you know. But there's just sometimes where the cars are turning around the turns, you can tell that it's CGI, and the texture of the car, the reflections, the sun reflection of the car, it looks really fake. And I wish they could have touched up on that. I know it might sound very cheesy for me to say, like it's not a big deal, but it is a big deal because whenever you realize that, oh, the car is CGI, it's fake, it kind of just like zones you out. Like you're when you're watching a movie, you're in the zone. I'm in the zone, like yo, this racing is so cool. But when you notice, bam, the car is fake, it just kind of loses the momentum, right? Like, oh yeah, I forgot this is just a movie and whatnot. That's just how I feel, because I do notice the car being fake, and it just kind of gets me off sometimes. I'm not sure how to explain it, but yeah, I wish they would have done a better job with the car CGI. Alright, so as for the racing sequences, yeah, they're pretty much fun except for the CGI. But how about the storyline? The storyline is great. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really particularly sure about the history of the 24-hour Le Mans and all those stuff. I love cars, but I'm not particularly knowledgeable when it comes to these kind of things. So I'm not sure whether a lot of these things are factually correct in the movie. I came across a video by some YouTube channel, I forgot what it was, but they said there were like 10 things at least in the movie that they like talked about wrongly, or it's not factually correct. So I understand the movie is just for entertainment, I guess. Like yeah, they captured the essence of the battle of Ford trying to beat Ferrari in the 24-hour Le Mans, them being the only American car brand to win the 24-hour Le Mans. I mean, the whole story was cool, it's engaging, and the movie does a good job depicting like the slow build up, right, where they were struggling at first and then they tried to solve all these problems and all the face off they had with Mr. Ferrari. Like yo, that was really cool and so badass. Yeah, it's so cool when you finally reach the end of the movie. I feel really satisfied. Like, spoiler alert. Yeah, in the end of the movie, he ends up being second place because he started near to the finish line. I think, yeah, that was BS, right? Like, yeah, you're like so angry. Like, yeah, that's BS, man. Like, how is he not first? But it's really cool that Ken Mouse, who is depicted by Christian Bale, like, he was cool with it. Like he was like, oh, he was just there for the ride. He wasn't promised the win and all those things. It was really touching, and that brings me to my next point, which is the characters, right? Basically, the main characters in the movie were Ken Mouse and Mr. Shelby, which is depicted by Matt Damon. And yo, I think their acting was phenomenal, man. Like I've watched a lot of movies. And yeah, you can enjoy movies. Movies are great here and there, like they're nice. You can enjoy a movie, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's a good movie. Like, have you ever guys watched a movie and you're thinking like, oh, that was a good movie, but when you come to Google and search for the ratings like Rotten Tomatoes and all those, it gets a crappy rating, right? Yeah, that's the thing. You can enjoy a movie, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's a great film. The thing is, once again, I'm not a film critic, so I don't know how all this works. But what I'm trying to say is, Ford v Ferrari, it really like it was a really great movie. Where after the credits started rolling, I was like, yo, like that was a really great movie. I felt like I've accomplished something, although all I've done was just sat in my chair. But I can't really explain it. But I felt really happy. Like, oh, like that ending was so satisfying. Like, oh, like although the Ken Miles died in the car accident, I feel like they did a really nice conclusion to the end of the movie. And the reason why that happened, the reason why the ending is good, is because of what happened throughout the 2.5 hours of the movie. I think the producers and the actors, they did a really phenomenal job, fantastic job with their characters, sticking to the lines, and to make sure that like when it goes from from each scene to another, like there's no like loopholes or anything. I guess it's I don't know how to explain, but it's just well put. The whole movie was well put together in my opinion. Like I really admired Matt Damon's character and Ken Miles. Like Ken Miles, there are like so many jokes here and there. I enjoyed it. The whole theater was laughing at the jokes here and there. And when it's time to get serious, things do get serious. And yeah, like there's funny times where you laugh, and there's the serious times where the movie's like, all right, it's no time for laughs and jokes. It's time to get serious, and you do get serious, and you hope that like hope they like win and succeed. Like it really captures you. It really wants to draw you into the movie and feel for the characters. In this case, which is Ken Miles and Mr. Shelby, and they did a good job drawing me into the movie. It was a really great experience. And not to mention, I also just want to add the cinematography and all those really great shots. Not like Fast and Furious, it's like they cut to a scene of the stick shift, and then the paddle, and then the steering wheel, and then one moment you see the car driving. No, I think the movie was clean. The racing shots were really clean. You can tell what's going on, especially the part where it rains. Like, oh, you're just thinking like, oh, shit is about to get real. It does get real, and it does get you more like okay, I can't think of the term, but it just gets you more engaged to the movie, And overall, it's a really fun movie. Me and my brothers, when we walked out of the theater, we were just like, yo, that's a really great movie. And that's rare. I've watched lots of movies like Fast and Furious, and like those superhero movies like Avengers or whatever, Black Panther. Like, yeah, they're great movies, but you just stepped out of the theater, like, yeah, that was a good movie, but not this one. Sorry for the cut right there. I had to attend to something, but yeah, I don't know why. I know. I wish I could explain to you guys why. Like, oh, Drifter, like you really make it sound like it's a great movie. It is a great movie. A really well put story. In fact, I might want to watch it a second time in the future. Like, although you already know what's gonna happen, the cinematography, the jokes, and the characters from the characters, the personas portrayed by Matt Damon and Christian Bale, they did a fantastic job. I think the producers of the movie, they chose the two right people to portray the two greatest people in racing history, Ken Miles and Mr. Shelby. Fantastic job. So if I were to rate the movie from 1 to 10, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. The reason why I didn't give it a 10 out of 10 is because of the poor CGI sometimes in the racing scenes, I guess. Other than that, the movie, I wouldn't say it's perfect. Nothing is really perfect. Like, maybe there are some parts where it just feels a little bit off, like the two people talking yada yada yada, then oh wow, alright, good idea, let's go. But other than some of those parts, everything falls in nicely throughout the whole movie. It's very enjoyable. So yeah, what you guys think? For those who have watched the movie, do you guys enjoy the movie? Do you guys agree with my point, or do you feel there was something off? I mean, honestly, I enjoyed it, especially for a car lover. When they took off the cloth from the Ford GT40, I was just like, yo, like, oh, so happy to see it. And then they test drive it. It was a fun experience. Like, you see the character was just really like excited to try the car, and just like me, I was excited for the character, for Ken Miles to drive the car. And then when he starts spitting facts like, oh, the wheelbase is too wide, or like, oh, the engine displacement, yada yada yada, it's just fascinating for a guy like me. So once again, tell me your thoughts in the playlist and comments below. And if you haven't watched the movie, I highly recommend it. Even if you don't like cars, even if you don't know anything about cars, you can enjoy it, because my brothers did, and they don't know anything about cars. So anyways, that's it guys for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and once again, if you guys want me to do more movie reviews, I could do a review of Baby Driver. That is also one of my more favorite movies. I really enjoyed Baby Driver. The cutscenes, the storyline, the Edgar Wright. My friend influenced me to watch his movies, and Edgar Wright, really cool producer. And I can review things like Fast and Furious. Not all Fast and Furious movies are great. Some of them are really, really crappy. I think you guys know why. Like you guys know what I'm saying. Some not all Fast and Furious movies are great. But yeah. If you guys want to see more videos, please give this video a like, and perhaps I can do more movie reviews. But for now, that's it po, mga kabaya, mga kaibigan ko, my friends. Basically, some people are asking me to put subtitles whenever I speak Filipino. Don't need, because I already speak the English meaning after I speak Filipino. So yeah, see you guys for this video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.